Fears are mounting that e-bike chaos in Queensland will hit crisis point as kids gear up for the school holidays. There are concerns the devices will explode in popularity over Christmas, with authorities urging people to understand the laws before gifting one as a present. Queensland Police have launched a statewide crackdown, which will be in full force for the next 7 weeks, aiming to put the brakes on the unsafe use of e-mobility devices. For more, we're joined by Queensland Police Chief Superintendent Mark Wheeler, live in Brisbane. Good morning to you. So this crackdown is well underway. Is it working?
Good morning, Nat. Yes, we commenced the operation on the 3rd of November and we're going to continue that through till the 26th of January next year. So far, we've issued around 1,650 traffic infringement notices, but really concerningly, about 1,300 of those infringement notices relate to people riding these devices with no helmets, which causes a greater risk to them for obvious reasons.
OK, is it hard to keep up with them?
Yeah, look, it's an emerging challenge for police in Queensland, but not just Queensland, across Australia. And what we're seeing are young people who are not even old enough to ride e-scooters, and there's some rules around that. So if you're under 12, you can't ride an e-scooter at all. If you're under 16, you must be accompanied. And the gifts that are being bought, and that's our concern, gifts that are being bought going into Christmas may not be age appropriate for some of the children that are getting these gifts.
Yeah, OK, so you can imagine the pester power across Australia this Christmas. What do you say to parents who are thinking of getting their kids an e-bike for Christmas?
Yeah, particularly with an e-bike, if the e-bike has a motor output of greater than 250 watts, they're actually illegal to use in public spaces in Queensland. We urge parents to get across the rules, but if they choose to gift one of these devices to their child, they need to pair that with supervision and not just give blanket permission to use these devices. So it's up to parents to really get across what the rules are. There's plenty of information out there, and make a really reasoned decision before they go and purchase one of these devices.
And I think in New South Wales it's 500 watts, but they're going to reduce it probably to 250. But they're tweaking them, aren't they? So even if they're 250 watts or whatever the watts, the kids are whacking them up to much higher. What can you do about that?
Yeah, there are conversion kits available, and we do see that. You're right, Nat. Well, we will seize those devices in those cases. Parents and children at times, depending on the circumstances, can be subject to prosecution. But we want to do this through an engagement, education and enforcement perspective. It's not all about enforcement. I don't think we can solely enforce our way out of this issue. What we want is parents to be really well informed and make reasonable choices for their children.
Right, but if people if these young people are repeatedly riding them around, you can actually seize them and not give them back?
In certain circumstances, it depends on the case, Nat, but yeah, there is an option open for us there.
Okay, so is this a problem right around the country, would you say? And what's the age bracket that's the biggest problem?
Yeah, particularly our under-16s, and the other states and territories do have these challenges as well. But with our cohort under 16, that is a concern for us. So since 2018, there's been at least 37 fatalities involving personal motorised devices. And out of that, there's almost 25% have been people under the age of 16. So any life lost is, of course, tragic, but young lives lost is exceptionally tragic.
37 fatalities. That's horrific, isn't it? Superintendent Mark Wheeler, thank you very much for informing us.